Class, today we're going to learn about literal equations, and literal equations are equations that have just variables. You have ax plus b equals c, and they ask you to solve for x. You're not going to get a number answer when you only have variables. We're going to work on this using our algebraic operations of equality to solve for x. It says ax, so this is where my variable is. I need to get rid of the plus b so I can start to work towards getting x by itself. The opposite of add b is minus b. That makes it a 0 minus b on that side also. So we have ax equals c minus b. Divide both sides by your a, so that because it says multiply by a, to undo, you divide by a. This becomes 1x, so we have x equals c minus b all over a. And that is your solution for solving for the literal equation. Now, the next thing they ask us to do is then use the solution to solve for this problem here. Let's take a look at how we can substitute in these numbers into our a, b, and c. So this right here, the number 2 was our a value, 5 was our b value, and 11 was our c value. So we substitute those numbers in, 11, 5, and 2, following the formula here. 11 minus 5 is 6. Divide by 2. What's 6 divided by 2? 3. You can try it out to see if it works. Place the 3 in for x. And we check to see if it actually works. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 5 is 11. So we definitely found a solution. X is 3. All right, let's take a look at another question similar to this. We have a literal equation to solve here because it asks us to solve for the literal equation for x. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and write this over here. We have ax plus, oops, I'm sorry. Let me get my eraser. We have ax equals bx plus c. So we need to get x by itself, but right now it's on both sides of the variable. So if it's a positive bx, we need to move it over here by subtracting bx because that would make this a 0. And subtract bx on this side. So now we write it horizontally because it can't be combined yet. All right. Oh, equals a positive c. Now, both these terms have an x in them, so let's pull out the x. Remember, if they both have it in common, we could pull it out. Then over here we would have a, and over here we would have minus b equals c. Now, we still need to get x by itself. This says x times all of this. So let's undo that through division. So we're going to divide by a minus b and divide this side by a minus b. So now we have x, because these become 1. 1x equals c divided by a minus b. That's our solution to the literal equation. Now, let's take a look at the numbers. This is supposed to be our A, this is supposed to be our B, and this is supposed to be our C. So let's substitute them in. I take C as 20, and A was supposed to be 11, and minus my B value, which happens to be a 6. So now we can solve 20 divided by 5. Forgot to write the x equals. X therefore equals 20 divided by 5 is 4. So we can take a 4 and substitute it in here, and it will make the statement true. Therefore, we found the literal equation solution, and then we also looked at using that literal equation to solve for this problem, and we got x equals 4. Now, I would not suggest using literal equations to solve for problems like this. If you were just given this, just use your multi-step equations using algebra skills to solve for x by itself. All right. We'll have another video soon. Thanks a lot.